Welcome to Quick Bits, guys. It's been a while. Today we've got something cool in the house. We've got the first of its kind billet RB30 cylinder head by Bullet. Again with a billet block, which many people have done, but no one's used this cylinder head. We're going to do some R&D on it. We're going to put some mega boost in it, mega nitrous in it, and we're going to see if it doesn't crack like we did with the stock head. Let's see how we go.
One problem a lot of non-RB owners probably won't realise is these VLs are getting a bit long in the tooth now, and they do have cylinder head problems, don't they?
They do, especially in the old VL, right, when the radiator's sitting quite low.
Yeah.
The heads do get overheated, they go soft. With this particular car, last time we were up around 1400 rear wheel horsepower, 1400, but we just end up cracking the cylinder head after a certain period of time. You can only do so much on that.
Yeah.
So now today, we've had some really good success with this thing. As you guys have seen, it's reeled off over 1700 wheel horsepower. It's on E85 with about 200 horsepower heater nitrous. Sorry, excuse me, E98. So E98.
But still, we don't see many cars, even V8s at this power level on
No,
E85.
everyone thinks I'm nuts.
Or
but
E8 ethanol, I should say.
we like to push the envelope and see what the actual limit is, right? That's why we do this stuff here. Plus, we want to do a proper back-to-back from the old cylinder head, which is on E98 and E85. So far, we've picked up another 400 horsepower. We've been able to squeeze another 10 pounder boost into this thing, which we couldn't do that last time. And it's singing, it's actually just singing. To the point where we've ran out of ignition now, and we're gonna have to go to a big CDI system. So unfortunately, we had to pull the pin, but we're up around mid 70 PSI. It's got 1700 wheel horsepower all day. And we've done, what was it, 42 runs on the dyno, and about 35 of them were well over 1000 horsepower. So the cylinder head's good, the block's good, the setup's killer. We just got to dot our I's and cross our T's and get it all happening and go to the track and make some hits now with an ignition system.
Just getting back to the engine, this is a
3.2, yeah.
And there are different versions of this block, aren't there?
Yes, there are. This is a dry deck, but a water block. So it's still dry deck, water runs through it. Same with the cylinder head, so you can drive these on the road.
Yeah.
You can get the one up, which is all solid and stuff like that, but because we're us Melbourne folk, we street our cars quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we opted for this setup. It should be released soon to the public, this cylinder head. I think it's going to be an awesome thing, especially for the guys that can't get good hard cores anymore. Yeah, so it's got the 2J main with the oil pump drive, Honda big end, so it's a small journal.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, and with the aluminium rod and piston, forged BME piston, BME rod. Again, these are all from Bullet. They pretty much supplied us with the bottom end combo. And obviously the cylinder head, the engine butt was assembled and clearance down in Melbourne by CK. We know he's a gun on RBs. So if anyone in Melbourne, they want a killer RB30, mate, you go see CK.
CK Automotive. He's
CK
built
Automotive.
this whole setup, yeah?
Correct, yeah, he's built the whole car. Every VL he brings is just like 1000 horsepower monster out of the box. And you can see the quality of the builds are top notch, you know, from wiring to fittings, plumbing, the whole lot. The welding's great, everything's just Mickey Mouse. And you know, you need it on a setup like this because we have had no gremlins, no mystery things. The thing's been pretty smooth sailing other than the ignition system, but hey, when you're running this much boost, and with an inductive coil,
Yeah.
I reckon we went pretty good for an inductive coil. We've done very good.
You expect to have a few gremlins when you're
You do
at this power level.
You do. And like, mate, I was nervous with the whole deal.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just waiting for something to happen, especially with a new cylinder head that hasn't even been ran before. But it's been good. We've been just going. We've been to every pull, been pulling plugs, pulling rock covers, setting tappets, checking clearances. We've been going right through it. We've been very pedantic with it.
I have noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, we like to do things slowly, but we are going hard. You know, we go
Yeah.
hard every part.
Now this engine, this has obviously been built properly. You've got a dry sump, all the fruit on it, it's been done well. One thing about this cylinder head though, however, some people may not realise that it doesn't quite fit OE style manifolds, does it?
No, no, no. So if you have a look closer up with this intake manifold, this is a nice new manifold that you cannot bolt an aftermarket, like a standard intake on it.
Yeah.
So the manifold does come with a head. Darren's designed it all together. The great thing about this is you've got no mix match, right? You've got this cylinder head with a Plasman or a Hypertune manifold. Everyone has their port shape slightly different. Whereas this cylinder head and the intake manifold got designed as one, right? So it's the optimum from the start.
Induction package.
Yeah, the whole lot got designed as one piece. So there's nice airflow, it's quite linear, there's no sharp edges, it's just a real good transition for that. You know, exhaust manifold, they're pretty much almost standard, but factory pattern, but it is slightly tweaked.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have to run different manifolds. And hey, if you're spending that much money, it's a shame to be limited by such a small port diameter, the factory head. These do have bigger valves and stuff, modified chamber. So to take advantage of it, the manifolds had to change.
I don't see too many single cams with a turbo this big.
No, so it's a big Precision. Probably won't tell you exactly what compressor wheel it is, but it's an XPR, and we are in the 70-pound mark. But you know, anything that big's going to make at least 2,000 horsepower. Peaking at the laptop before, because my dyno struggles, you know, to hold the power at the moment. But we made 2,210 horsepower, engine horsepower in this thing.
That's what the
That's
Mtron
what the
system
Mtron's showing,
is saying.
and that's like pretty spot on the money. Like we verified that at the lower power levels where we could line it up with a dyno. It's on the money, so it's very impressive, man. I'm yet to go this far with any RB, let alone a single cam. So it's definitely going to turn some heads.
In Melbourne, it's a bit of a, not sacrilege, but it's a big thing having a single cam in a
It
VL,
is,
isn't it?
mate. You know, so especially having the standard rocker cover, guys.
And
You
like
don't build
everyone
everything, but you
knows,
need the standard rocker cover on it,
it
right?
is the Holden RB30, not
Exactly
the Nissan RB30
right. Not the
sticks,
Nissan, it's the Holden, gentlemen.
Now this is the original Holden RB30 t-shirt that the little wee man's wearing. Hey, what happened to your mullet?
It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It is gone.
Are we going to grow it back?
No.
We've got to grow the mullet back. You can get these in our shop, shop.fullboost.com.au. The original RB30, they look great in red.
Yeah, it is a big thing here. It's like if you've got a twin cam and a VL, you're not even recognised. It's just another whatever. You need a single cam, mate. You want to do it right, you do it with the original.
Yeah.
You do it with the original rock cover. Don't worry about what's underneath it.
I like that this engine bay has everything. Everything is bespoke, basically. Everything's different except for that valve cover.
Correct. Yeah, it's actually more like a Chev these days, eh? Like everything's aftermarket. Oh, yeah, I got this big block, but you won't find anything factory on it. Maybe a thermostat.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point now with these 6 cylinders. But hey, man, we used to make 1,500, 1,400, whatever it was with the standard cylinder. It's pretty good, man. Like, you know, so Nissan had their stuff together earlier on in the day.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, this car's actually run a 7 already, hasn't it?
Yeah. CK, what did it run last time? 780. Went 780 with a smaller tyre. This is more fun than R&D for us. We like to just be here all night, ripping numbers on the dyno. One day we'll get it to Sydney, hopefully soon.
Awesome. Well, good luck. And
Thank you, thanks for coming.
hopefully we'll see it at the track soon with a few more upgrades, but
100%.
exciting times.
100%. I might put on my Crocs next time for some serious horsepower.
Sticks work boots.
Oh yeah, look at that.